If you ask me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for me, a great performer is a performer, who has this kind of a swashbuckling performance. He's a performer who doesn't seek any kind of permission from anyone, and he just follows his heart. Definitely, abides with the standing operating process of the department of the organization he works with. But within that ambit, he strives, so passionately that he doesn't leave any stone unturned to turn the game. I mean, he's the person who knows how to pivot the game, to hold that fulcrum, to recognize very consciously the underlying caveats and remain an eye in the storm of pressure or stress. That's basically, if you ask me, a great performer. Even when it comes to sports, many times we get bogged down by the pressure, by the peer and all that. So only when you are able to keep your cool, to quote unquote Mahendra Singh Dhoni, then we are able to remain focused on what drives you. Here I would like to mention this point very, very clearly. Are you working for for money, or you are chasing for the vision? As per my own understanding, it's basically, if I can sum it up in 3 C's. The first is the cause. What cause enables you to perform anything? You can call it the mission, the purpose, whatever, the cause. Second is competence. The blend of technical as well as soft skills, behavioral skills. And third is very important, courage. The high performers, the true high performers, are never sycophants. They are amazingly courageous souls. And here I would like to mention one of the scenes, the very first scenes of one of my very favorite Hollywood movies, Troy. Brad Pitt playing Achilles. If you remember, the two armies stand face to face, and the army generals of two armies come and talk with each other, and they say, let's avoid the bloodshed, let's have this war. You pick up your best person, I'll pick up my best person, the warrior. Let them fight, and whoever wins, will win the war, will win the kingdom. As simple as that. And the Achilles army, the general says, okay, fine. And the opponent army person comes, the best one, is huge, towering giant, maybe 8-10 feet, I don't know, but he's really giant. And while looking at it, everyone gets scared, horrified. And then the army general of Achilles, he asks someone, where is Achilles? And Achilles not seen. Then he sends one young soldier to find Achilles, and then Achilles comes. But the moment when he sees the giant opponent, Achilles remains undisturbed. And you know the scene, you must watch this movie. The way he defeats, or kills the opponent. And when he kills, and when he goes, in that single stride, I'm not going to disclose that scene. And the opponent army general says, young warrior, who's your king? And Achilles, the Brad Pitt in that movie, says, I don't have any king. I fight for the right. I fight for the cause. I'm a free warrior. That should be the trait of a high performer. It's okay, no problem. People will misjudge you sometimes that you are an arrogant, that's fine. But as long as you know that you're working for the great cause, you are there. So freedom is very, very important. Justice is very, very important. Equality is very, very important. At the end, it's not for money or some comfortable life. It's about, are we evolving? Holistic evolution is very important. Are we able to find ourselves in that performance that I call as really high performance? Are you finding yourself in that performance? Your true self, that's high performance. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today, you got it right. We are going to pick up a book on high performance. And welcome to the 115th book in our book reading series. I think this time it got a little delay. I'm going for a review almost after a month. Sorry for this delay. And so here is this book, and the book is from one of my very favorite inspirations, the series Harvard Business Review's 10 must reads, and it's on high performance. It's on high performance. So what this book is about, on high performance. Set yourself on the path to greatness. If you read nothing else on performing at your highest level, read these 10 articles. They are combined through hundreds of Harvard Business Reviews articles and selected the most important ones to help you learn what successful people do differently, find inspiration in your work, and achieve your full potential. This book will inspire you to identify the patterns that are holding you back, turn weaknesses into strength and strengths into success. Form the right habits to reach your goals. Focus on the work that matters most. Avoid the pitfalls of being a star performer. Set the stage for others to excel. This is very, very important for me. Because when it comes to Maslow's theory, the top rung is self-actualization. I would like to have very conscious conversation with my bosses, one of my bosses, 15, 16 years ago. And I used to say, what after that? And then we used to arrive at this point, okay, if you are self-actualized, realize, then why we can't co-create the platforms where other aspirants, serious aspirants, will get realized and they will take it as a jumping board. When it comes to making yourself indispensable, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you want to really rule in the world of professional, I would say it's the performance, and performance. You need to outperform yourself. Don't bother into competition. No, that's fine. Make the competition irrelevant. That's what the blue ocean strategy is, isn't it that? How to play to your strengths. Oh, that's very close to my heart, being Gallup certified strength coach. So how to play to your strengths. The power of small wins. 9 things successful people do differently. Yeah, as we know, Stephen Covey says that we need not to do different things, but we can do the same things in different way. Then make time for the work that matters. Don't be blinded by your own expertise and mindfulness in the age of complexity. Today, may you call it as spiritual intelligence or whatever, but this mindfulness plays very, very important. The matrices, the checklists, the daily assessment sheets, very, very, very interesting in fact to keep the track on, because we are bombarded with so much of over-information, overthinking. So one needs to be very, very specific, So it's, for example, the progress and the setbacks. It's very rightly said that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Yeah. And here I would like to mention about one of my very favorite corporate gurus, Steve Jobs. He says the only way to be great is to love whatever you do. Without love, it's not possible. And that's in fact my own thought process, because I believe that whatever you should do straight from your heart. If you're not deriving happiness, and I know there is no point in it.